Welcome to Sleep Stories, where every night is a gentle journey to peace. You are safe here, now. If this story brings you peace, give it a like. And if you would like more peaceful nights like this, don't forget to subscribe.
Welcome, dear soul. You are safe here. You are home here. Let's begin by breathing gently, in through the nose, and out through the mouth, in and out. Slower now. Let the tension melt away, like wax in a warm flame. Feel your shoulders begin to relax. Feel the weight of the day drift away from your body. Let the corners of your thoughts grow soft, like candlelight behind closed eyes. There is nothing to chase right now, nothing to fix. Only stillness, only calm. Let the quiet of the world wrap around you. Like a warm shawl made of moonlight, the air is calm, almost weightless, soft and slow. It carries the scent of old wood, dried lavender, and the cool earth beneath ancient stone. Our story tonight begins beneath a velvet sky, somewhere in a forgotten forest where the wind moves like breath through the trees, where the owls speak only when the world is still, and the stars shine slow and steady. There stands a weathered tower covered in moss, crowned in ivy, and touched gently by moonlight. Its walls are old, so old, they no longer echo loud sounds. Only soft things live here now, quiet footsteps, gentle fires, and a heart that listens deeply down a narrow staircase made of cobbled stone. Beneath the roots of the tower there is a cellar wrapped in silency. Single candle flickers on a wooden bench, its wax pooling slowly in a soft golden glow, and beside it sits a man with white hair. His beard, light and feathery like morning mist, his fingers stained faintly from years of work. He is the alchemist, the kind who searches for gold or riches, not the one who seeks eternal life or power. No, this one stirs peace into bottles. He mixes calm into glass. He listens for stillness, and gathers it in his hands. He is not famous, and yet every creature of the woods sleeps easier because of him. On his table are jars of crushed pearl, soft and shimmering, ground gently in a bowl of carved stone. Beside them rests a satchel of dried lavender, and a vine of honey-thick roots tied with twine. His fingers move slowly, lovingly, as if each ingredient were alive and dreaming. He lifts a narrow glass vial, its surface touched by thumbprints and time. He places it gently on a soft cloth. Then, without a word, he begins to stir. Clink, clink, swirl. The sound is barely there, a whisper of glass, a lullaby for the quiet-hearted outside. The wind moves gently through the trees, leaves rustle like lullabies in an ancient language, and far beneath the hills, a fox curls into a dream inside the tower. The candle glows, and the alchemist leans forward. He reaches for a pinch of powdered pearl. Did you know that in the Middle Ages, people believed pearls carried purity into sleep? They believed pearls would calm the spirit and soften the edge of troubled dreams. He sprinkles the powder into the vial. It falls like snow into warm teeth. Then he reaches for lavender. A single drop of oil, dark and rich, slides from a spoon carved by hand. Each drop lands like a cyan. As he stirs, he hums a tune no one remembers, because it is not for ears, it is for stillness. He stirs once, then again, and once more, each movement slow, circular, steady. The scent begins to rise. Soft, herbal, gentle. It smells like calm, like memory, like resting beneath a tree, with nothing left to do. In the old days, people believed scents had power, that aromas could shape the dream, guide the spirit, and hush the mind. The alchemist believes this too, not because he read it, not because someone told him, but because he has seen restless deer curled beside his windows after the mixture fills the air. He has watched children fall asleep in their mothers' arms when the scent drifts from his open door. His cellar has no clock. Time here moves like honey, unhurried, unconcerned, and you are welcome here. Stay as long as you like. Beside the fire, near the warmth of the old stone walls, listen to the crackle of oak logs. The flame burns low, and it does not shout, it whispers. The alchemist speaks now, not to you, but to the vial, to the candle, to the silence. His voice is soft like weathered wood, but gentle like warm milk. Before sleep, he says these words: let it be easy tonight. Let the night be soft. Let the dreams come kind. Then he lifts the glass, holds it near the candle, and watches as the mixture settles, a swirl of pearl and lavender and moonlight. The alchemist closes his eyes and breathes in. So do you, in and out, soft as dust on stone, still as parchment in the evening light. The alchemist sets the vial on a smooth piece of cloth. Its shimmer fades slowly into stillness. No cork is needed, no label. He knows what it holds. He leans back, resting his hands on his lap. For a long moment, he simply listens. The tower creaks softly as the wood stretches in the cool night air. From far above, a drop of dew slips from an ivy leaf, landing on stone with the faintest sound. It is the kind of night where even silence has a rhythm. Behind the alchemist, a fire glows in a small stone hearth. The flames are gentle, like a conversation between old friends. They whisper softly, punctuated by the occasional pop of a twig, as if the tower itself is sighing in comfort. He stands slowly. His robes trail softly across the floor. A rustle like dry parchment in a hidden library dot near the hearth. There is a wooden chair carved by hand. The arms are smooth from decades of use. He lowers himself into it, moving with the care of someone who knows the value of slowness. On a small table beside him rests an old book. Its leather cover is cracked, edges worn from countless evenings like this one. He opens it, not to read, but to remember. The pages are filled with soft ink, drawn in looping lines, each word placed gently and patiently. Not just a recipe, but a memory of nights spent listening to the world breathe. He turns the page. A pressed flower rests between the sheets, lavender again, flat and pale, but still fragrant. This flower came from the hillside above the tower, gathered long ago. During a summer evening when the moon was full and the night was warm, he lifts it to his nose and inhales slowly. There is nothing hurried in this tower. Not in the air, not in the work, and certainly not in the man who lives here. Everything has its time. Outside, the forest sways in slow motion. Branches bend and rise like dancers moving through honey. The stars blink lazily, without pattern or purpose. Everything is gentle. Everything is still. The alchemist turns another page. This one contains a drawing, done in delicate charcoal strokes. It's a simple image, a sleeping fox curled near a bottle, beneath the edge of the windowsill. He smiles softly. That was a real night. He remembers it clearly. The fox had wandered in from the woods, eyes glassy with exhaustion. The potion had been strong that evening. Its scent drifted far. The little creature had rested near the window all night, curled into a circle of safety, rising only at dawn. He did not chase it away. He never does. Those who find the tower do so because they are tired. They do not knock. They do not speak. They simply sit near the stones and sleep. Sometimes it is deer, sometimes rabbits. Once, even a nightingale. They come, not for answers, but for peace. And the tower always offers it. The alchemist closes the book and sets it gently on the table. His eyes lift to the window above the hearth, a narrow slice of sky framed in stone. The moon is higher now, round and slow. Its light pours in like warm milk across the floor. Dust floats in the air, caught in the glow, spinning slowly, softly, like thoughts that have nowhere left to go. He watches them move, breathing in and breathing out, matching the rhythm of the floating dust. His mind does not wander. It drifts. He closes his eyes again, letting the warmth of the fire rest on his face. There is nothing to solve, nothing to prove, only the quiet weight of being present. The tower holds no clock, but he knows the hour. He knows by the way the forest grows quieter, by the way the wind leans less against the stone. This is the hour between night and sleep, the hour where thoughts untie themselves from the day and become clouds and become breath. And somewhere nearby, the scent of lavender rises once again, carried by a breeze through the small cellar window. You feel it too, don't you? That lightness in your chest, that warm heaviness in your limbs. You are safe here. You are allowed to rest, in the company of ancient stone and candlelight, in the home of an old alchemist who asks nothing of the world except quiet. Tonight, the potion is done. Tomorrow, perhaps, he will bottle it and place it on the windowsill for the wind to carry. But not tonight. Tonight is for stillness. Tonight is for sleep. Breathe in and out. Slow, soft, safe. The alchemist does not sleep often, not because he cannot, but because his rest is found in stillness, in the quiet moments between thoughts, in the pause between breaths. Tonight, he leans forward in his chair and gazes into the flame. Its glow reflects in his eyes, soft and steady, like a memory that has never faded. He reaches for a small wooden bowl. Inside are bits of dried petals, blue poppy, valerian, and chamomile. Each one was picked with care, under the guidance of moonlight, at a time when the petals were said to carry their greatest strength. He scatters a few petals into the hearth. The scent that rises is soft and sweet. It wraps around the room like a shawl woven of calm. The fire crackles gently as the herbs curl into smoke, and you may notice how your shoulders soften again, how your thoughts slow just a little more. There is something soothing in ritual, something healing in repetition. The alchemist knows this, and you do too. He hums again, a soft melody, barely more than breath. It doesn't fill the room, it blends with it. This hum is not to entertain. It is not for others. It is part of the rhythm of peace. He picks up a second book, this one smaller. The cover is worn and soft from years of touch. It was gifted to him long ago by a wandering healer who once passed through the forest. Inside are no spells, no formulas, only thoughts. Small reflections written in quiet nights like this one. Little observations, gentle reminders. He reads one page silently, then another. You may imagine the words, if you like. Words like "you do not need to try, only breathe," or "the moon does not hurry, and neither should you." He smiles again, and you feel the warmth of it, as if you've known him a long time. The candle beside him is lower now. Its light flickers softly on the stone wall, casting shapes that stretch and fade, as if the tower is slowly falling into dream. Outside the window, the forest listens. The trees do not sway, they rest. The animals have curled into nests and dens. Even the wind has grown still. Time has folded in on itself. There is only this moment, and this moment is enough. The alchemist reaches for a small silver chime. It hangs from a wooden beam just above his head. He taps it once with his fingertip. The sound is pure, high, soft, and fading slowly into silence. It lingers in the air, gently vibrating the space around it, like a ripple in still water. That chime is not to mark the hour. It is to clear the mind, to signal that thinking may rest now, that waking is no longer needed. He lets the chime fall, still again, then folds his hands in his lap and closes his eyes. He does not sleep. He simply is, present, rooted, like the tower itself. And you are welcome to join him in that presence, to rest beside the quiet, to let go of anything outside this place. There is no past here, no future, only now. Only softness. Let your breath follow his, in, out, no effort, no force, just breath, like the tide of a gentle sea. Somewhere, in the background, the vial on the table begins to cool. Its glow fades into the candlelight, becoming still. The potion is ready, not for drinking, not for selling. It is meant to exist, to be near, to share its peace with the air itself. That is the work of the alchemist. He does not create to change the world. He creates to calm it, to soothe it. And now, you feel that calm to the warmth of the fire, the weight of the quiet, the softness of the air, the steady beat of your breath. This place is made for sleep. For letting go, there is no need to move, no need to speak. Everything you need is already here. As you listen to the faint crackle of the fire and the breathing of the old tower, you may notice your eyes growing heavier, your body sinking deeper into stillness. The room is safe. The tower is safe, and you are safe. Let your thoughts drift. Let them float like dust in candlelight. There is nothing they must do. The alchemist remains in his chair, his head tilted slightly forward, his breath slow, his presence steady. A guardian of sleep, a friend of quiet. Tonight, you are his guest, and this moment belongs only to peace. The alchemist's hands rest quietly in his lap. They no longer reach for ingredients. They no longer stir or grind or weigh. Everything tonight has already been done. There is no more work, no more effort, only being. The room is dim now. The candle has burned low. Its flame sways gently, as if it too is ready to sleep. Shadows have grown longer. They stretch across the walls, curling into soft, unfamiliar shapes that shift and fade without concern. The fire has become a glow. Its logs no longer pop, but hum with warmth. You can almost feel the heat, soft and steady, gathering in your chest, your shoulders, your fingertips. Outside, the stars remain. They blink in the slow rhythm of night, not watching, not guiding, just being. There is something peaceful about things that expect nothing, about places that let you be exactly as you are. This tower is such a place. The alchemist slowly stands again, not with effort, with care. He moves to a wooden chest near the wall. It is carved with quiet symbols, a crescent moon, a coiled vine, a sleeping fox. He opens it gently. Inside are dozens of small bottles, each one filled with soft-colored liquids and dried herbs. They are not labeled, but he remembers each by feel, by scent, by weight. He selects one, a deep blue glass bottle, cool to the touch, filled with something that catches the moonlight, like starlight trapped in oil. He carries it to the window. The ledge is old stone, worn smooth by time. And there, beside an old clay bowl and a sprig of dried mint, he sets the bottle down. Not to display, not to store, but to let the breeze carry it. When the window is open, the wind will lift the scent and carry it to the forest. To those who need rest, the alchemist opens the small shutter. A hush of night air moves through the room, carrying with it the faint scent of moss and dew. He closes his eyes again. He listens. You listen to the sound of leaves whispering outside, to the gentle breath of the tower, to the slow, steady beat of your own calm heart. The moment stretches on, not long, not short, just full of nothing and everything. He returns to his chair, slowly, softly, letting the wood creak just slightly under his weight. He places a hand over his heart, not as a gesture, just to feel that it still beats. To remind himself, and you, that quiet does not mean empty. That stillness is not the absence of life, but the space in which life breathes deepest. He says nothing aloud. There is no need. But if he did, his words might be these: let the world go for now. Let the wind carry your worries. Let your body melt into rest. The candle flickers once more, and slowly, softly, goes out. The fire in the hearth fades to a golden hush. Embers settle. The room dims, but you do not feel alone. You feel wrapped, held, blanketed by the quiet presence of stone and smoke, of herb and oil, of memory and peace. Your body may feel heavier now, in a good way, in the way a blanket feels on a cold morning, warm and grounding, like the weight of being safe. Let your breath settle with the alchemist's. In, out, in, out. He is no longer preparing potions. He is no longer writing notes. He is simply there, as are you, and that is enough. The forest outside rests in shadows. The tower hums in silence, and the stars begin to drift behind soft clouds. The night deepens, and your mind continues to float just below the surface of thought, where words blur and dreams begin. You may not remember this part. You are not meant to. You are meant to soften, to slow, to fade gently into the quiet between moments, like mist on a still lake, like breath on a cold window, like the final note of a lullaby. And so, in the candle-dark cellar of the tower, beside an old alchemist who no longer needs to speak, you rest. You are safe. You are still. You are enough. The alchemist sits motionless. His chair creaks no more. The candle has gone out, and still, he does not move. There is a sacredness in this stillness, not the kind born of silence alone, but the kind that comes when even time dares not disturb. The peace. You, too, are part of it now, not watching from a distance, but resting beside him, held within the same hush, wrapped in the same calm. Your breath has slowed again, so gentle, so quiet you might not even feel it anymore. That is how rest begins. Not all at once, but like this, a slow drift, a soft sinking, a gentle dimming of the world. And as you rest, the air in the tower begins to shift, not in wind, but in feeling, a kind of quiet hum like music, too soft to hear but strong enough to feel in your bones. This is the hour when dreams begin to form, the space between waking and sleep, where the world begins to reshape itself with no rules and no need for reason. You feel lighter. Your thoughts float farther apart. They no longer string together. They simply pass, like clouds across a slow night sky. You are not asleep, but you are not quite awake either, and that is the perfect place to be. The alchemist lifts his gaze toward the ceiling. The wooden beams above are wrapped in vines grown through the cracks of the stone. In daylight, those vines are green, but tonight, in moonlight, they appear silver, like rivers frozen in air. He watches them, not to think, not to wonder, but simply to see. He lets his eyes trace the lines until they blur, and his vision softens, and he sees not vines but shapes of forgotten dreams, a sleeping cat, a cup of tea, a child's laugh echoing on stone. He smiles gently, then lowers his gaze. The fire in the hearth has faded to coals. Their soft red glow pulses like a heartbeat, steady, alive, quiet. He reaches beside him and lifts a small satchel. From a wooden hook. Inside it, bundled with linen and tied with silk thread, is a dream blend, his own design, never written, only remembered. a mix of chamomile, blue violet, and dried petals from a flower that blooms only once a year. Under a full moon he sprinkles a bit onto the coals. The herbs fall gently. The smoke that rises is not thick. It is light and clear and sweet. You smell it now. That soft, calming scent, like pages of a book that's only opened at bedtime, like the skin of a warm hand, resting gently on your forehead, and your breath deepens. Again, slow, easy, like you've remembered something your body knew all along. The alchemist does not speak. He does not need to. Everything is already understood here. He stands one final time. His steps are quiet but sure. He moves to the far corner of the room, where a small alcove is carved into the stone wall. Inside is a tiny bed, a cot really, with a thick wool blanket and a pillow stuffed with herbs, harvested in the early morning dew. He sits on the edge of the cot and removes a small vial from his robe pocket. The liquid inside is pale gold and glows faintly in the dark. He opens the vial. He does not drink it. He only holds it close, lets the scent reach his nose, and closes his eyes. It is enough. The potion does not command sleep. It invites it, like a friend calling your name from just beyond the hill, and you feel it too. That call, that gentle pull inward, a beckoning into softness, a whisper that says, you may rest now. So you do, not because you must, but because you can, because you are finally allowed to. No more holding on, no more staying awake just to carry things. You don't need tonight. They can wait, they can drift, they can dissolve. The alchemist lies back on his cot. The pillow gives under his head with the quietest sigh. The stars outside move ever so slightly. The forest hums its nighttime song, and the tower, as always, keeps watch. The tower is still, the air is warm, and the old alchemist has closed his eyes. He does not need dreams. He lives inside one. This tower, this moment, this breath between candlelight and silence, it is enough. And for you, the same is true. The room around you fades gently now, not into darkness, but into softness. Walls become shadows, shadows become clouds, and clouds become memory. You begin to float, not away, but deeper, deeper into calm, deeper into warmth, deeper into yourself. You are drifting on breath, on story, on stillness. Nothing is pulling you anymore. Nothing asks for your attention. There is nowhere to be. You are already here. The tower breathes with you, a deep inhale and a slow exhale, again and again, like waves brushing the shore and pulling back without rush, without noise. Outside, in the sleeping forest, moss thickens on the trunks of trees. The bark drinks in the dew. Night creatures dream their quiet dreams tucked into roots and earth. Everything is resting, even the stars above. Even the moon, though it shines, feels tired in the best way. A soft, glowing tiredness that asks for nothing and gives everything. And so do you. You give nothing now. You carry nothing now. You are simply here, in the rhythm, in the breath, in the story. The alchemist's chest rises and falls. You imagine what he might be dreaming, if he dreams at all. Maybe he sees the sky as it once was, before cities, before clocks, when people watched stars, the way they read books. Or maybe he walks through fields lined with lavender and poppies, beneath a sun that never burns, only warms. Or perhaps he dreams of you, not your face, not your name, just your presence, a quiet soul resting peacefully in the tower he's kept for so long. And he is glad you came, even if only once, even if only in story. He is glad. You begin to feel a little heavier now. Your body softens, your arms relax, your legs settle further into stillness. The edges of your thoughts grow blurred like paper soaked gently in water, like footsteps washed away by tide. You are not disappearing. You are becoming part of the moment. A stillness among stillness, a breath among breath. The fire in the hearth has faded to gentle glow, not out, just resting, like you. The coals hum, a steady warmth that you feel in your chest, in your belly, in your toes. Let it wrap around you. Let it hold you gently. Let it say, you are done for today, and that is enough. The alchemist does not speak, but he can almost hear his thoughts like a soft wind brushing across your skin. He says nothing aloud, but if he did, his words would be light and simple. Words like, you do not have to do everything, or it's okay to sleep before it's all finished, or simply rest. You're safe, so you do. Not all at once, not suddenly, but gently, like petals falling from a flower that has given all its color to the day. Let your breath stay soft. Let your jaw loosen. Let your mind drift like a feather in warm air. Nothing needs to be solved. Nothing needs to be explained. You are in the space between thoughts now. The space where dreams begin. The room around you feels weightless. The tower no longer feels like stone. It feels like memory. Like something your heart remembers, even if your mind forgets. You belong here. Not because you've earned it, but because everyone deserves a place to rest. Tonight, this is yours. And the alchemist. He will keep the fire warm, the window open, and the potion quietly glowing for as long as you need. So rest now. Rest fully. Rest softly. You've already come this far. Let the final thoughts drift. Let the breath slow. In, out, in, out. The tower sleeps. The forest sleeps. And so do you. The tower no longer holds its shape in your mind. It has softened, like stone dissolving into cloud, like a memory remembered halfway through a dream. You are still inside it, still safe, still warm, but now it feels less like a place and more like a feeling, a deep comfort, a long exhale, a place that doesn't need doors or windows or walls. It simply surrounds you. The alchemist has fallen into rest, not sleep, exactly, something quieter, a hush beneath sleep. A place where nothing moves because nothing needs to. His face is calm, lines smoothed by candlelight and years of peace. Even his breath is quieter now, so soft it's almost not there, almost part of the air. He has no dreams of dragons or spells or golden stones. He dreams of quiet fields and still waters and the sound of wind passing through empty glass bottles. He dreams of sleep, not just his own, but yours, and that's why you feel it too. That calm, that hum of rest rising through your bones. The fire has gone to embers. The hearth glows red, barely alive, but it is enough. The warmth still reaches you, like a hand placed gently on your shoulder. Outside, the stars blink less now. The night has deepened to its quietest hour, the kind of hour where even time forgets to tick forward. And you are floating now, not above, not away, just inside. Inside the moment, inside the stillness. Every sound is slow, every breath is long. Every thought is softer than the one before. The pillow beneath your head feels heavier now, more welcoming, like the earth cradling your body, like the sky pressing its palm to your brow. Let go. Just a little more. You don't need to hold your thoughts. You don't need to carry your day. You can set them down now beside the old alchemist's chair, beside the fire, beside the cooling vial, on the windowsill. They will wait for you, but you don't have to take them with you. Tonight is for you, for your breath, for your bones, for your heart, beating slow and soft and sure. And as you drift deeper, as your limbs grow still, as your eyes flutter beneath closed lids, you may hear it, the whisper of the wind through the trees, the hum of sleeping vines, the soft heartbeat of the tower itself, filling you over and over again in the language only dreams understand. That everything is okay, everything is okay. That alchemist's chest rises once more, then falls like the sea, like the stars, like your breath. Your mind has loosened now, your muscles unknotted, even your thoughts have grown tired and curled up inside your dreams, and you are floating through the deepest, gentlest part of night, where even sound has a softness, and even silence has a sound. You may not remember what the tower looked like, or what the alchemist said, or what color the potion shimmered, but that is all right. Memory is not needed here, only presence, and you are present, fully, perfectly, completely. Let the last pieces of awareness fall away like leaves from a branch, like stars behind, a cloud like footsteps fading into snow. You are no longer listening, you are resting, you are no longer thinking, you are floating. The tower will remain, the alchemist will keep watch. The window will stay open just a little, so the night can come and go, and peace can drift in like mist. Sleep now, deeper, longer, softer. You have arrived, not at a destination but at a feeling, the one you've needed. The one that welcomes you without asking why. You are home, you are safe, you are loved. The night has no more edges. Everything has softened. The sky is no longer a dome above, but a blanket all around. The tower has faded into memory. The fire is barely an ember. The alchemist has become still as stone, and you have become part of the hush. There is no room now for thoughts, with corners, no questions, no clocks, no names, only breath, only warmth, only now. You float inside this space like a feather caught in slow air, drifting without needing direction. There is no place to get to. You've already arrived. You are no longer a visitor. You are no longer separate from this quiet. You are the quiet. Your breath is the tower's breath. Your stillness is the alchemist's stillness. Your heartbeat echoes in the fire coals, in the vines, in the sleeping stars. There is no need to remember how you got here. That path is already behind you. It doesn't need to be walked again. There is no need to worry about what comes next. Nothing is waiting. Nothing is required. This moment is whole. This moment is complete, and you are held within it. Imagine your body now wrapped in warmth, a weightless comfort, like being tucked beneath a velvet sky. There is a blanket across your chest, not real, but sensed. The blanket of knowing. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to be anything. You already are. Let that truth settle on you like dust in moonlight, like the scent of lavender curling up from the edge of a dream. And now, even words begin to blur. They are no longer sentences. They are sounds, soft, round, drifting past your ears like the breeze under a heavy curtain. You hear them, but you don't hold them. They pass and you stay. Stay in your breath. Stay in your warmth. Stay in your rest. The alchemist remains still in his cot. His breath so slow you'd think he were carved from moonlight. But he is alive. Not in motion, but in being. He dreams of nothing because he is nothing and everything all at once. He has given up the search for gold, for fame, for formulas. He has found the true philosopher's stone. And it is this, a peaceful moment, shared in silence under the gaze of a kind moon. You hold that stone now, too. Not in your hand, in your spirit, in your quiet heart. You don't have to understand it. Just let it glow softly inside you. Let it hum. Let it radiate the feeling that says, you are safe. You are enough. You may sleep now. And so, the final veil of awareness slips gently away. You forget the tower's walls. You forget the candle's light. You forget the old man's face. But you remember the feeling, the safety, the slowness, the warmth, and that's all that matters. You are deep now. Deeper than thoughts. Deeper than dreams. Floating in a velvet ocean with no shore, no waves. Just endless calm. The stars above grow quiet. The trees do not move. Even the wind forgets to wander. Time no longer flows. It simply is. And you are. Whole, still, weightless. Sleep now. Sleep fully. Sleep deeply. You will not be disturbed. Not here. Not in this tower beneath the moon. Not under the watchful eyes of an alchemist who needs no magic but peace. Sleep is no longer something ahead. It has already arrived. You are not falling asleep. You are resting within sleep, like a pearl resting within its shell, safe, hidden, and whole. The tower no longer exists in form. It exists in feeling, a shape made of silence, lined in warmth, held by moonlight. And you float within it, not above the earth but deep beneath it, rooted in stillness. There is no sound anymore, only the hush between sounds, not silence. Just peace, the kind of peace that grows in places too quiet, too name, too gentle, too disturb. Imagine it now, your body weightless, as if drifting on a slow tide that moves only when you breathe in and out, in and out. There is no need to speak, no reason to wake, no voices calling from the edge. Just breath, just calm, just warmth. The alchemist, too, is motionless, but his stillness is not sleep. It is presence, deep and rooted. Like the core of a mountain, he senses your rest and smiles without opening his eyes. He knows you are safe now. He knows you've crossed into rest. And so he lets go, fully, without worry. The last potion still rests on the sill, cool glass, half full, glowing just faintly in the moon's light. It doesn't need to be used. Its work is already done. It was never meant to be drunk. It was meant to exist, to hum with the frequency of calm, to whisper to the air, to sleep. To sleep, to sleep. And the room has obeyed. Even the furniture rests. Even the floor feels softer. This place is no longer stone and wood. It is memory made real. A room made of comfort. No dreams rush to greet you. No images flood your mind. Only warmth. Only weightlessness. Only the feeling of being so deeply safe that your breath forgets to count and your thoughts forget to form. There are no edges left now. Only center. Only softness. Only still. Let your arms be heavy. Let your eyes stay closed. Let your chest rise and fall like you are floating inside a lullaby. There is no need for words, only rhythm. On out and out and out, the night outside is velvet. The stars do not twinkle, they pulse, slow and kind, like sleeping hearts in the sky. Even the forest does not stir. The owls remain silent. The branches do not creak. The moss grows thicker in silence, spreading across bark and stone like dreams growing across a quiet mind. You do not feel the boundary of your body anymore. You are not skin. You are not limbs. You are warmth and breath. You are softness and sound. You are one with the room, with the tower, with the hush. And in this stillness, you may hear one final whisper, not from the alchemist, but from the story itself, a voice without sound, saying gently, "You made it. You're safe now. You can let go. All is well. All is well. All is well." And with that, you slip fully, gently, finally into sleep. And now, you are far beyond waking. You are in the space where thoughts no longer whisper, they dissolve, where time no longer passes. It simply rests beside you. You are not asleep in the way people often think. You are sleeping with the world, as the stars sleep, as the trees sleep, as the tower breathes its ancient breath. The alchemist, still and soft upon his cot, is no longer part of the room. He has become the room. His body, still, his mind, quiet, his breath, a ripple across the hush. He doesn't need to dream. He is the dream, and you are inside it. A shared moment, a sacred stillness. The coals in the hearth have gone dark now. No fire remains, only warmth. Not the kind that burns, but the kind that holds. It wraps you like a second skin. No weight, no pressure, just comfort. Just safety. The windowsill glows, but the potion has gone dim. Its work is done. Its light no longer needed. Now it is just a bottle again, resting. Like you have drifted so deep, even your breath has forgotten to be noticed. It happens without thought, without effort, without even memory. Even memory. In, out, soft, quiet, almost nothing, and that is perfect. You are floating in a space between heartbeat and sky, between firelight and moonbeam. No noise reaches you, no thoughts find you. You are beyond dreams, beyond symbols, beyond story, yet the story still holds you, not in words, but in feeling. The tower remains, not in shape, but in presence, like the smell of lavender, long after the flower is gone, like the warmth of sun on wood hours after dusk. That is in your bones now, in your breath, in your stillness. There are no questions left, no images to hold, no characters to follow, only peace, only now, only softness. Your limbs do not move. They rest, heavy but not burdensome. They belong here, as you do. Nothing matters beyond this breath, this moment, this quiet. You've become weightless, but not lost. You've become soft, but not forgotten. You've become the dream the alchemist once tried to make in bottles, a perfect, safe, endless calm. And now, you carry it inside you, even in sleep, especially in sleep. Let it stay, let it hold you, let it breathe with you. Are not falling anymore. You have landed, in softness, in silence, in something that asks for nothing but gives everything. Sleep now, not because you must, but because the night has opened for you. The tower has kept its promise. The alchemist has passed the flame. You are the quiet now. You are the hush. You are the peace. Nothing moves now, not the wind, not the candle, not the mind. You are resting in the stillest part of night, the sacred middle, where time folds in on itself and everything waits in reverence. The alchemist is no longer separate from the tower. He is the hush, the warmth, the whisper of herbs ground gently in a mortar decades ago, echoing still. You have become part of it, too. Not a visitor, a keeper. You are the soft creak in the wood. You are the hush in the walls. You are the warmth in the floor beneath bare feet. And still, there is no need to rise, no need to think, no need to return. You are allowed to stay here as long as you wish. Minutes pass, hours fold in, but you do not notice, because you are outside time now. You are drifting through a space where nothing is measured, and everything is given. You may see something, or perhaps nothing at all, a shadow of a tree, a ripple of silver in the dark, or just the softness of sleep pressing gently against your skin, and that is enough. Let your hands be still. Let your eyes remain closed. Let your chest rise and fall as though the story itself were breathing with you. The alchemist's cat no longer makes a sound. His dreams are so deep they have folded into silence. And yours, just beginning, rise gently like mist off a quiet lake. Nothing sudden, nothing bright, just fragments of feeling. A warm cup, a cool breeze, a path through lavender fields beneath a moon that never wanes. You are no longer walking, you are gliding. You are no longer wandering, you are dissolving. Every breath you take now pulls you deeper into safety, into quiet, into stillness that holds you without question, without condition. Even your name doesn't follow you here. Only your breath, only your softness, only the part of you that longs to rest. And it is resting now, fully, truly, finally. Outside, the stars shift behind clouds, not vanishing, just softening. Even the light in the sky knows how to yield. The forest holds its breath, not in fear, but in awe, because sleep is sacred. And tonight, you are sacred too. The alchemist would say, if he could speak through dreams, this is the deepest magic, the one I searched lifetimes for, to bring a soul to peace without a single word. And that is what you have found, not from him, but from yourself, the part of you that listens, the part of you that lets go. The part of you that floats and falls and rests with the world, not against it, and still, nothing pulls at you. No burdens, no voices, no sounds, only the rhythm that rocks you gently, asleep deeper than stars, older than spells, quieter than time. Asterisk, you are so deep now that even dreams move slowly, like lanterns floating on a still lake with no ripples, no wind, no shore in sight. And it's perfect, because you are not searching, you are not waiting. You are simply being. The tower has grown quiet, but not empty. It hums with the soft song of slumber. If you could listen closely enough, you'd hear it. Not a melody, but a rhythm. The rhythm of breath, the rhythm of peace, the rhythm of a life so gently lived that it forgets how to hurry. The alchemist remains still, his hands resting on his chest rising and falling slow as clouds. He does not dream in pictures, he dreams in feelings. Warm bread, sun through a stained glass window, the smell of crushed time, the feeling of wool blankets tucked tight at the feet. You feel those things too, though you do not see them. They pass through you like sleep drifting from one room to another. You are the hallway. You are the warmth between thoughts. You are the soft sigh of fabric against skin. Even your breath is no longer yours. It belongs to the stillness. And the stillness thanks you for keeping it company. The air around you has thickened in the way nighttime air sometimes does, heavy with calm, sweet with silence. The potion bottle on the sill no longer glows. Its glass has cooled. Its contents returned to stillness, but something lingers in the air. Not scent, not vapor. Something more subtle, more sacred. A permission. The permission to sleep, to surrender, to float. No thoughts now, only fragments. A candle, a cat curled on stone. The gentle curve of a moonbeam falling across a wooden floor. No story needs to be told. No end needs to be reached. Because here, in this breath, this space, this whisper, you already have everything you need. You are safe. You are still. You are whole. And the world for just this moment asks nothing of you. Imagine that. Nothing expected. Nothing required. Nothing pulled. Only given. Only held. Only kept, gently like a fragile glass orb, resting in soft hands. That is what you are now, held gently, and the tower will hold you, and the dream will hold you, and the alchemist, without words, without eyes open, holds you too in the way all quiet places hold their visitors, with silence, with softness, with safety. Let the rhythm continue, in ... out ... in ... out. No need to measure, no need to force. It will carry you, even if you forget to breathe. Even if you forget your name, even if you forget this story, the calm will remember for you. It always does. So sleep, and sleep deeper, and then deeper still, until even these words are far behind you, until the hush is everything, until the tower fades into you and you into it. A perfect stillness, a quiet so deep it hums like starlight. You are not leaving, you are not arriving, you are simply here, and that is more than enough. Asterisk, he breath is quieter now. Not because it's gone, but because it no longer needs to be heard. It moves like the tide under moonlight, invisible, gentle, endlessly. Sure, your chest rises ... slowly, your body follows ... softly, and everything around You responds ... silently. There is no resistance. Here, no pressure, no pull, only acceptance, only welcome, only the hush of being completely, beautifully still. You are more than asleep. You are part of the night itself. And still, the tower watches over you. Not with eyes, but with presence. The stone walls have memory, centuries of silent moments pressed into their grain. They remember every breath taken here, every yawn, every dream, and now they remember you. The alchemist rests beside you, not as a guardian, but as a companion, a soul who understands the importance of nothingness. No thoughts, no goals, just the beautiful, healing absence of needing to be anywhere but here. You feel your hands soften, your legs let go, your face grows slack and smooth as moon-washed stone. The pillow beneath your head feels like part of the earth. Your breath sinks into it without leaving. You are no longer carried by the story. You are floating inside it. Words come like feathers now, light, drifting, touching down only if you let them. And still, the air holds the faintest scent, lavender, crushed pearl, a trace of sage. Not strong, just enough to whisper softly. You are meant to sleep. You are allowed to sleep. Everything you were carrying is already gone, and it is gone. Not buried, not hidden, simply no longer needed. The alchemist does not speak, but if he did, his voice would sound like this: a breeze through dried herbs, a crackle in fading firewood, a hush beneath stone. He would say, "You're here, that's enough. Let the night finish what you started." And so it does. Your breath continues, your body quiets, your thoughts flicker, then dim, then vanish. You may see a single shape, a silver thread, a closed door, a field at twilight. You may see nothing. Both are perfect, both are rest, and still, you float. Not because you try, but because you've let go. And in letting go, you've become weightless, limitless, safe. The wind does not stir, the trees do not call. Even time, which once ticked so loudly, has fallen still beside you. And now, you join the silence, not as a visitor, as part of it, a dream wrapped in breath, wrapped in sleep, wrapped in sleep. Let go now. Not suddenly, not loudly, just like the last flame sinking into ash. Let your dreams take you. Let your breath guide you. Let the hush carry you all the way into morning. But not yet. You are still here, still drifting, still inside the story, and the story is still inside you. The hush has deepened. Even the memory of waking has dissolved. You no longer remember where the story began, only that it led you here, to warmth, to stillness, to safety. You are not in a bed. You are not in a room. You are resting in quiet, in the space between thought and sleep, the place where time hums instead of ticking. And here, you are more yourself than anywhere else. Your breath is slow, like soft wind through heavy trees. It knows its rhythm without being told. In, out, in, out. There is no effort in this rhythm, only return. Return to softness, return to slowness, return to peace. The alchemist remains still, but his spirit keeps watch, not to protect you, but to share in the stillness you now hold. He has made many potions in his time, some for pain, some for memory, a few rare sacred for rest. But tonight, you are the potion, your breath, the mixture, your dreams, the remedy, your stillness, the cure. And it has worked so deeply now, your body does not even feel like yours. It is no longer something to manage. It simply exists, like the stone beneath the tower, solid, rooted, without needing your attention. Let your awareness fade. Let your senses blur. It's okay to forget everything now, even the story, even this voice, even your own name. There is nothing left to do, nothing more to hear, nothing more to become. You are already whole. The walls of the tower breathe with you. The moon breathes with you. The world slows to match your rhythm. In, out, in, out. And in this moment, you are infinite, not in action, not in motion, but in peace. You are part of something older than story, than stone, than stars. The part of the universe that only whispers, only cradles, only rests. Not as escape, but as arrival. You are not leaving the world. You are returning to it in the deepest, most honest way. The alchemist's hands, once stained with herbs, with ink, with effort, are now folded softly across his chest, and yours, whether real or imagined, have done the same. There is nothing left to hold, only softness, only surrender, only sleep. that the tower doesn't need your attention. It watches over itself, and you, quietly, faithfully, and should the morning come, it will do so quietly, without sound, without pull. But for now, there is only this moment, this breath, this quiet no dreams, no images, no movement, just rest. Endless, gentle, perfect rest. There is a quiet beneath quiet, a silence that hums so softly you stop noticing sound altogether. That is where you are now, not above it, not outside it. Inside you are not just sleeping, you are part of the night's heartbeat, a single pulse in a great, endless calm. Everything around you has let go. The tower no longer holds itself up, it floats, just like you, in a sea of breath and darkness. The stars above do not twinkle, they rest with you. Even the vines that once climbed the tower have fallen still. No more growing, no more reaching, only being. And still, you drift. There is nothing to carry here. No past, no next, just now. Your body is softer than ever. It has sunk below the surface of sleep. No longer a shape, but a feeling, a warmth, a slowness, a welcome. The potion on the windowsill has faded to clear. No shimmer remains, because its purpose was never in its color or its glow. But in the moment you finally let go, and you have, more than once, more than you realize. With every breath you've surrendered something. With every exhale you've stepped further into the most healing part of night. The alchemist knew this. He did not tell you. He did not need to. He only had to offer stillness. And you, dear soul, you accepted it. Now your thoughts no longer matter. They float above, waiting, but they do not enter. They do not press. They do not chase. They simply rest outside the dream, beyond the breath, beside the tower walls. And your heart, slow, steady, unburdened, beats with the rhythm of stone, strong, soft, ancient. The alchemist's eyes remain closed, but he sees you in that quiet way only old souls do, not with sight, but with knowing. He knows you are safe. He knows you are still. He knows that no story is needed now. Only breath. In. You've become the very thing he once sought in books, in bottles, in whispered spells. A living rest, a perfect, breathing peace. And now, you carry it forward. Not as a flame, not as a thought, but as a stillness others can feel when they sit beside you in silence. But for now, you do not need to carry anything. Only float, only sleep, only be. Everything around you has paused, not because it must, but because it can. There is no effort in the night, only allowance, only surrender, only being. And in that you are perfect. No more edges, no more shapes. Even dreams have grown quiet. You are not thinking anymore. You are remembering how to feel safe, not through words, through stillness, the kind that lives between heartbeats, between stars, between each soft inhale. There is no tension left. Your shoulders have forgotten their weight. Your arms drift beside you, not held by gravity, but by calm. Even your spine, usually alert, has melted into the bedding, sinking without resistance, sighing into the earth beneath you, the air around. The tower is cool now, but not cold, not sharp, just present. It moves only enough to remind you it's still there, like the faint memory of a hand once gently held. The alchemist's chest rises, then falls, with such softness you might think it was the wind itself. He is not dreaming, he is not hoping, he is not wondering, he is simply being. And so are you. In this moment, you are not a listener, you are the hush of ancient stone that has watched the sun rise 1,000 times, and still has no need to rush. The hush of old books never read aloud, but still filled with wisdom. The hush of soft moss growing over forgotten paths that no longer lead anywhere, because here is enough. You don't need to be anywhere else. You don't need to do anything else. Even sleep, now, is not a task. It's a return, back to your center, back to your softness, back to a rhythm you never had to learn, because you were born with it. Out. In. Let it happen without you. Let the breath find its own pace. It already knows the way. The tower no longer feels like a place. It feels like a memory you didn't know you had, of a time when the world didn't ask so much, when it was enough to be warm, to be still, to be safe. The potion on the sill no longer glows, but the room does, in the quiet way that calm glows, a slow light, a golden whisper, not seen but felt. Let yourself rest inside that light. Let it wrap around you like a thick quilt in deep winter. No urgency, no thought, no story left to tell. You've gone so deep even the story has fallen asleep. Only your breath remains a soft rhythm on the edge of dreaming. And even that, soon will drift away. Asterisk, you've reached the space where even dreams begin to sleep. Not fade but rest, but where images no longer move, where feelings no longer shift, where time does not pass, it simply pauses with you. Here, there is no you, no name, no form, only warmth, only breath, only being. The alchemist is gone now, not in body, but in presence. He has blended into the walls, into the wood, into the dark, and still, you are safe, because this hush was always yours. It was never about potions, or towers, or ancient scrolls. It was about arriving here, now. Nowhere else. The flicker of thought is gone. The shadow of story is gone. What remains is silence, so rich it hums like gold beneath the skin. You do not have to know where you are. You do not have to understand what happens next. There is no next. Only this, only now, only soft. Let your muscles forget how to move. Let your fingers forget what they held. Let your breath dissolve into the rhythm of the room, and let the room dissolve into the rhythm of you. In, out, in, out. Everything aligns, everything slows, everything holds. There is no above or below, no inside or outside, just a space of rest endlessly folded upon itself, like a lullaby tucked into silk, like night wrapped around night. Even the wind, if it still exists, would bow its head to this hush. This is not just sleep. This is stillness remembered, the kind known by mountains, the kind held by oceans at their deepest blue, the kind whispered by stars too far to ever touch, yet somehow still felt in your chest. Yes, that is where you are now. Not in your body, not in your mind. In that deeper place beneath words, beneath dreams, beneath sound. The story has disappeared like mist before dawn. But dawn will not come, not yet, because you are still resting, still floating, still inside the sleep you've always deserved. There is no reason to wake. No sound will ask you to stir. No voice will call you back. You are safe. You are still. You are home. Let everything go now. Everything. Even the thought of sleep. Even the memory of story. Let it all fall away. Like petals dropping slowly in the quiet center of a forgotten garden. You are not here to remember. You are not here to think. You are here to be held. And you are. Completely. The air around you has weight, but not the kind that presses, the kind that grounds. The kind that tells your bones it's okay to melt. It's okay to disappear into stillness. Even your breath is no longer yours. It belongs to the hush now. It moves without needing you. A breeze inside a dream. There are no potions anymore. No books, no tower walls. Only the warmth that those things became. And you are inside that warmth. Floating without shape, without need, without end. The world outside this moment has gone dim. Not lost, just gently blurred. You are not separate from it. You are just so deep inside peace that you no longer feel its edges. There's no tension left to hold. No questions, no names, no thoughts flickering at the corners. Just space, just softness, just the slow pulse of safe sleep. You might hear a distant sound, the softest wind, the faintest heartbeat, the echo of stone cooling after dusk, but it passes through you like light through water. Nothing disturbs. Nothing disturbs. Nothing clings. Everything drifts. The alchemist, if he could speak across dreams, would whisper just this. Sleep does not come from effort. It comes from surrender. And you, dear one, have surrendered beautifully. And it's true. You are gone now, but only the part that carries weight. What remains is light, is breath, is perfect, wordless calm. There is no door to close. You are already inside. No spell to cast. You've already become the dream. So stay. Let time forget you for a while. Let the body soften more than it ever has. Let the night continue without you. Because now, you are part of it. Not sleeping. Sleep itself. A lull. A hush. A sigh between stars. Asterisk. You are floating so gently now, you can no longer tell where your breath ends, and the night begins. And that is just right. You were never meant to carry so much. Not here. Not in sleep. This is the place where even memory forgets itself. Where warmth is not remembered, it simply is. You are a part of that now. a quiet piece of something infinite and kind. Your body doesn't speak, it doesn't shift, it doesn't ask. It only rests, and rests, and rests. In the quiet beneath your ribs, there is a stillness so deep it hums like the center of the earth. You are there, not standing, not watching, just being. The alchemist's old chair creaks once, not loud, not sudden, just a soft reminder that time moves, but only when it must. Tonight, it does not. Tonight, even time has gone to sleep, and in that sleep, you are safe. There is no ending to this story, because it was never really a story. It was a feeling, a breath, a moment stretched wide like the sky before sunrise. You may see nothing now, or perhaps a single spark, floating in the dark, but it flickers softly, and fades, just like thought, just like sound, just like everything that tries to keep you from peace, and all of it is gone now. You've gone deeper than words, deeper than story, deeper than even dreams. You're resting in the pause beneath sleep, where silence becomes soft, and soft becomes sacred. If the alchemist could watch you now, he would smile and say nothing, because you are not his guest anymore. You are his reflection. Still.com, eternal. So stay. No need to return, no need to rise, no need to move. Sleep has taken you gently into its arms, and it will not let go until morning comes quietly, without knocking. You are gone now, in the best, softest way, gone into calm, gone into light, gone into hush. You are still here, but even the idea of you has softened, like snow melting into water, like shadow blending into dusk. There is no edge now, no separation. You are the breath, you are the silence, you are the sleep. Somewhere, a bird stirs beneath its wing, not to fly, but to nestle deeper, and you, like that bird, are held by something larger, something quiet, something kind, a presence that doesn't speak, doesn't ask, doesn't need. It only welcomes. Let it welcome you now, fully, completely, without hesitation. The tower, old and worn, stands still. Its stones whisper nothing but rest. The potion bottle no longer exists, not because it's gone, but because it fulfilled its purpose to bring you here and now. Everything waits in reverence for your final exhale into sleep. You've already let go, you just haven't noticed. Because surrender is gentle, like rain on leaves, like breath on glass, like dreams that do not need to be remembered to be real. The alchemist is no longer visible, but you feel him, not as a man, not as a story, but as calm itself. He has become the warmth beneath your blanket, the hush in your chest, the dream you didn't know you needed. And you, dear soul, have become stillness. You are no longer sinking, you are resting, at the very bottom of peace. No return, no effort, just floating, just breathing, just being. And that is enough. Let this final moment hold you just a little longer. Let the night wrap you in quiet. Let the hush rock you into the deepest, most healing sleep. 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 Sleep.